Last time on Rise of the Runelords. On the following morning, the Rusty Dragon Inn was primed and ready to celebrate the Angels of Sandpoint. After serving myself, Uxio, and Renrua our favorite foods, Amiko told us to gather the other angels at the behest of Lord Aldern. While myself and Uxio invited Zerdan after he filed a report regarding Sudokai Jutsu, Evan went on an awkward trip with Renrua to fetch Hecht from the cathedral. Once all the angels were assembled, Aldern wished to take us on a hunt.
Once we were on the hunting grounds, we made quick work of the boars, that seemed like they had arrived as upon cue. Convinced the angels had demonstrated excellent teamwork, Lord Aldern was content to travel back to Sandpoint and told us to leave the boar carcasses. Suspecting foul play, Renrua determined that the boars were summoned and leveraged that against Aldern to win the grand prize back at the inn. So that's what happened with them.
Then suddenly, a villager ran in, frightened as she shrieked that a goblin was in her house. Quick to action, me and Bella saved the family from a lone goblin. With goblin in hand, Bella, Uxio, and I took the new criminal to the Sandpoint barracks in an attempt to figure out who was behind the goblin threat. With newly found help from Dogmeat, aka Grimdog apparently, the heroes identify the new goblin from the Fizzletop clan and look forward to what this goblin will tell them. Now, the journey continues.
While at the Rusty Dragon, you guys basically solved the problem, like super duper easy, barely an inconvenience, and you guys are basically venerated even further. Like, holy shit, this random woman who was just next door, like, suddenly found you guys immediately, and that, like, your fame is off the charts. Not only are just people just, like, hucking free shit at you, mostly food and like other small personal items. Like, you get some cloaks, you get some trinkets here and there, nothing incredibly valuable. If you hawked it the next day, you could probably make like 10 gold a pop. You are essentially given an expert tool relevant to whatever profession would be most useful to you. So for example, let's say you're a wood carver or a lockpicker, you get lockpicks tools. Once everyone knows this lady is okay, the revelries continue at the Red Dragon. The Song of Elysium plays again, and people are, just tossing stuff around. Hecht, you are given an ivory relic of Sarenrae, which will give you a +1 on religious ritual checks. I will say, you could possibly do something with this later. It does seem meaningful to someone.
Interesting.
Yeah. Considering everyone in this town is dedicated to Desna, it is actually kind of interesting that you got an ivory symbol of Sarenrae. It's crafted like from really fine like elephant tusk, like actual ivory.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Very interesting indeed.
I'm gonna be honest, Renrua, if you want, business tonight is good. And someone has even, like, got a little bit of a crush on you. Let's roll to see if it's Evan.
Okay.
Before you said let's roll to see if it's Evan, my first thought was, someone other than Evan?
Now, when it comes to Renrua and Evan, are you, like, slowly corrupting this boy? Or are you just seeing what happens?
We'll find out if there's something he likes.
Okay. I'll roll. Determine high or low. Whatever you say is what he's into.
I'll say a high roll.
High roll, then. Yep, okay. Evan nervously walks up to you. I just realized, Hecht, the person who gifted you the ivory relic is Evan.
Oh, thank you. Evan.
Yeah, okay.
It's this gift.
He says, an angel deserves something worth her beauty. He's a real gentleman about it. He gives you something very sweet, and it's very genuine. But then after you guys part directions, he then goes to Renrua. And he gives you a jasmine flower.
Oh.
And this jasmine flower gives you +1 to either like your performance check or your profession check, whichever you want to use.
Okay, I'll put it on the performance.
It clearly cost him a pretty penny because these flowers don't grow here. Like,
Yeah.
and it is preserved with magic, so it is faintly going to.
Wow.
Interesting.
Can I?
Where did he
Yeah.
get something like that?
And
Where do you
elephant
get the
tusk.
money?
Exactly.
He's been saving up. Like, he doesn't spend his money. Remember, he abstained from going into the cat house earlier,
Ah.
and he's been getting paid like you guys too. Obviously, it's faint magic. It's not like it's a flower of like awakening.
Right, yeah.
It's just a flower that won't wither. Evans, he's trying to like figure out who might be interested in him, but he is very sweet when he gives it to you. If you spot him like basically giving you each a very genuine gift, you can take that however you wish.
I think what Runro would do with that flower is adorn it with the red jewel on her headpiece.
Yeah, that would be really pretty, actually.
Yeah.
That's really pretty. I like that.
It just occurred to me, we never did our player introductions.
We didn't, but I think people at this point guys know who you are. By the way,
Fair.
Bella, Renrua, Hect, Uxio, Zerdan. You can see
There
their
you go.
professions. We're good.
Yep.
The party goes on for some time, and once the paperwork is concluded and everything's ready to go, the boys and girl at the barracks are dismissed. You are encouraged to go back to the Rusty Dragon.
I have curiosity about what time in the day is it right now?
It was late when that happened. It was at least sunset, I believe, so let's say it's approaching 9 o'clock.
Okay.
In that case, I feel it would be in character for Uxio to actually head back to his cabin in order to rest up before waking up early enough to check the woods around town for possible bandits. And if he doesn't find anything, he goes to the Rusty Dragon early in the morning.
Okay. You guys walk together essentially in the same direction, unless Zerdan doesn't want to.
I don't see why not, especially since the sheriff really wants me to take a break with all the stuff I've been doing.
Yeah.
So,
And Bella, your keeper is at the Rusty Dragon, so I think it would make sense for you to go.
Mm-hmm.
You guys reach the door of the Rusty Dragon, and Zerdan cautiously opens it, and like immediately you hear like the typical Norm. It's like,
what?
do you not know Cheers?
Oh, surprise or whatever.
You guys are pulled in, and people like 3 cheers for the Angels of Sandpoint, hip hip hooray! that goes on for a minute. Zerdan, you are given by some joker in town who thinks he's funny. He gives you a magnifying glass.
Oh,
And it
very
gives you-
neat.
Gives you a +1 to investigations. It's honestly a good magnifying glass, and you think you could modify it so that it could be made into glasses. And if you turn it into glasses, you think it might help you with linguistics. And Bella, Amiko's still very much a girl, and she would try to have like a girl moment and like do
Aw.
her hair. It's like, here, let me dress you up like a warrior. And like a warrior where I come from. And she'll put Bella's hair into a top knot. Would Bella even accept that?
Actually, probably not. She doesn't know Amiko well enough to let her do something like that.
Amiko, like, is basically trying to get girl-friendly with Bella. Not like that, please don't, but you get the idea. She will essentially come up, and, like, when she has a quiet moment, she'll be smiling like she normally does and says, hey, sorry for putting you on the spot this morning.
It's alright, just... This is kind of a lot for me is all.
She says, you're from Galdaria, right?
Yeah,
It says,
how did you know?
I'm sorry?
I said, how did she know?
She points a thumb to Aldern. Or not.
Unless I remember correctly, she's
yeah,
got
Foxglove,
really
yeah.
good. She's also got really good knowledge of local/history. So,
Right, you two were talking.
Yeah, Aldern told me. We've been chit-chatting a lot. Noble families, they tend to just get along okay.
I'm sorry, I got nothing to respond to that, unfortunately.
Okay, she just says, Essentially, she apologizes sincerely, and she says sorry for putting you on the spot. And to make up for it, she pulls out what looks like just a ribbon, and she explains that it's a hair tie. She goes, "This was my brother's, and I want you to have this."
Thank you. Bella recognizes that this is probably significant to her, so she will accept that.
She says, "Thanks. My brother left town shortly after he turned 18, and he was raised at the academy here in town, and he was going to serve the family, but he apparently had other plans. Don't tell anyone this, but I recently been in contact with him."
Well, I don't know who he is, so...
I have to go to a meeting tomorrow, so I just wanted to, tell the group beforehand. Would you mind just, telling them that for me?
By the group, I'm assuming she means the party, right?
Yeah, and I see Uxio didn't come in, so I just assumed that he's going out to do his thing. Like 2 or 3 days of party is a bit much for him. And I figured, bit of what is it? The similar spirit is happening between you guys. Only so much crowd you can take.
Thank you very much.
And she also pulls out a key and hands it to you and says, "A girl should get her own room," and she just lets you have your own private room for the night. You're not like stockpiled with both Aldern and the Foxgloves.
Bella definitely appreciates that.
Evan?
Yeah, Evan, not Ethan.
Oh, that's Malcolm!
I thought I said Evan.
Whoa!
What?
No,
You said Aldern
you
and
said
the
Aldern.
Foxgloves.
Aldern and the Foxgloves.
Oh, I thought I meant to say Evan and the Foxgloves.
You meant to say Evan.
I meant to say Evan and the Foxgloves, yeah.
Alright, Bella will take the key.
Yep, just tell the group, because it looks like they're all having fun, as, Act sits in her corner, and Zerdan also sits in his own. There's so many corners in this pub.
I will tell them that you've got a meeting tomorrow.
This is fantastic. We'll be closing up the bar in an hour or so. Is Hecht leaving?
Hecht is slowly leaving.
Alright, so
Awesome.
Amiko gave me a ribbon.
She even offers to do up your hair. She's like, "Do you want me to show you how to use it?"
Yes, Bella will say yes to this.
Okay. She'll get behind you, and she will do up your hair into a top knot. And she explains, "Where I come from, our warriors all dress like this. It's considered improper for warriors, men and women, to cut their hair when they're like this, and they continually grow it out. And again, my brother was going to be one until he left town, but," and she finishes it out, "and you've got a very cute is the wrong word, but sensible top, ponytail kind of going on.
Okay.
And that will give you +1 to intimidate while we're
Alright.
at the top.
Nice.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Yes.
She gives you a polite hug and then goes off to manage the tavern some more. I think that'll be the end of the evenings, as you guys are given your own individual rooms. Everyone is giving individual rooms at this point. Weirdly enough, except for Evan, he doesn't even seem to notice that he has been excluded from the exclusive rooms.
Damn!
Well, clearly, Lord and Lady Foxglove need one of their bodyguards to be at hand.
Clearly. He doesn't
We'll say
even-
today. We'll say today was Bella's day off from bodyguard duty, which is why she was able to go off and do her own thing for a bit.
Sure, that works out. Hecht, you do politely retire for the evening, and you make it back to the temple with no problem. One more thing that happens. Like minutes before the tavern is about to close, and you are all about to retire for your bed, really the only people left in the tavern are the angels and Amiko. As she's closing shop, the door bursts open, and standing at the front is Longiku.
Oh no.
Oh, snap.
Old man Longiku?
Old
Yeah.
man Longiku, and he's got 2 bodyguards. All right, these are half orcs, all right?
Okay.
Very
That's a
large
big half-orc.
Longiku is flanked by two half-orc bodyguards, and he comes into the bar, and he's got like his cane, and he's got traveling robes on, and he shouts,
Whoa.
"Amico!" And like, she just stops frozen and looks at her father. He looks at her and says, "You're coming with me."
I'd say Runrua kind of has like the nonplussed expression of, "Am I expected as well?" Like she just kind of has that expression going on.
So, like pointing at herself, me.
I'm about to roll something. It's purely just like, does Uxio get a feeling like, oh, maybe I should not have gone to the cabin?
Do you feel a disturbance in the force? No, you do not. I will say no, I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
Like, maybe you're like, should I stay for the party? But, like, in between your, yeah, in between everything.
Needing to recharge.
I'd say so. Like, socially, you're exhausted.
And also just trying to be ready for early morning, since wake up before the sunrise.
Yep. Longiku shouts, "Amico!" as she like walks into the bar with his cane, like thudding against the floor. He says, "You will be coming with me, young lady. We'll stop this foolishness. A bar is no place for a young lady such as yourself to be managing. Come home right now." He emphasizes it by slamming the cane on the ground. And she pauses for a second and is like, What? And he insists. He goes, "You are coming home with me right now, young lady. We are leaving tonight. Pack your things." And she's like, she just kind of looks around, like lost and confused. And Longiku then suddenly, right across the face.
Wow.
Straight up, this is what's written. I'm not joking.
Okay, well,
He slaps her right there, and yeah, that's...
Honestly, I think Zerdan, seeing this is starting to escalate, I'm gonna be getting up and... Your Grace, I believe that's uncalled for.
He grabs his cane and, like, pokes you in the belly. Says, "No deputy will be telling me what to do, or I'll have your job, boy."
I'm just saying, anyone else would have been charged with assault. And honestly, I don't see why you are going out of your way to suddenly rush her out of town.
"This is a family matter. You stay out of this, boy, or I'll have your job. Come on, young lady. Let's go now." He grabs her by the wrist and starts yanking her out of the bar.
I don't suppose this has anything to do with the glassworks, has it?
He stops suddenly, looks at you, and says, "If it wasn't for your pitiful police work and you vapid whore," he points at Ranrua, "if you did the entire thing, what was it, yesterday morning, we wouldn't have to deal with any of this shit right now."
Had you given me a parchment with the speech you wanted me to say, I would have not forgotten.
Alright,
Why should I even bother giving an illiterate foreigner like you a piece of paper anyway? You just take your gold and ruin my reputation.
Calm down, everybody. I'm sure we can come to a reasonable understanding here. Just...
Reasonable. I'm done being
Yes.
reasonable with this whole goddamn town. Amico will leave.
Really, what happened at the glassworks?
Don't worry about it.
I could possibly assist.
This is a family matter. You stay the fuck out of it. Amico, we're leaving.
I'm getting shut down.
Yeah, he unfortunately is. You're gonna have to roll something.
Look, I got things done. I took care of the goblins, and I'm sure as hell I can get to the bottom of whatever the hell is behind these attacks, if you let me help you. And I'll proceed to roll my linguistics. And I still got a thing of inspiration, which for linguistics is for free, so roll that 1d6 bean footage.
Oh!
32
my
linguistics.
God.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the skill monkey.
Fucking hell, 32.
Yes.
He lets go of her hand and takes a single step. Fine. Damage this whole town. You know what? I'm done with Sandpoint and every piece of its bullshit. You have 4 hours to pack up and come home, or I will be dragging you out myself. And you, clear out. As he points to, like, Zerdan, because he doesn't really know anyone else. And you, he points to Ranrua, you're fired.
Ranrua is not gonna give him an immediate response to this, but definitely not pleased about that.
Because you have 4 hours. I'll see you at home. But we're leaving. Miko
Oh my
turns
God.
to you, Zerdan, and goes, thank you, Deputy.
No problem. It's the least I can do.
I don't know what the hell was going on.
So let me get this straight. I've had reports that there was some stuff going on at the glassworks, and apparently it was quite the scene.
She genuine shock. She's like, I haven't been keeping up with Father's business. Like, I don't know what could possibly be happening at the glassworks, but...
Okay. Because the report said there was a bit of disturbance since, I guess, the guards were not letting people in, even though Ranrua obviously said something at today's speech.
Yesterday's speech.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yesterday's speech. But I just wanted to know if there was anything else of particular importance that might have happened that would possibly upset Longiku. Because you've been running this establishment for how long? Like, multiple years now?
She nods. Bella, you can do a perception check. Miko goes, yeah, I've been following it for years, but I haven't had anything to do with the glassworks or my entire family for the past several years. I've been on an adventure, and then I came here, and then she's slowly gaining her confidence as her story goes. And I have just been managing my bar, and, like, just, I can't even... And she pauses, and she says, I have no idea what Father is talking about. And I appreciate it, what you did, but this is kaijitsu business. I ask that you and the guard do not interfere.
Okay, because I'm just trying to get a bearing on what's all going on here, because there's been a lot of strange things happening, and
despite my duties of employment, up until now, I was not aware of anything actually happening at the glassworks for the last few days.
oh boy, as I kind of like hold my face in my hand, like, okay, all right.
She's like, maybe you should go and go talk with the sheriff, see if there's anything important to do. I got some stuff
there
to
is
close down.
there is one thing actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should know that in that report about the glassworks, apparently your brother was sighted nearby.
There must be a mistake.
It was in the report.
People see things all the time. It could be anything.
Well, I'm rolling perception just for the sake of, is she telling the truth? Modified 20 versus whatever she rolls.
She's wildly uncomfortable right now. At the mention of her brother, like, she's, like, sweating visibly, and she's like, Deputy, you've been a great guest, but I think it is time for you to go.
Look, I'm sorry I'm pressing on things, but I'd rather be in the know about these sort of things than to possibly leave them and God knows what happened. Because I'm pretty sure if I wasn't here, Longico would have just hauled you out and...
At that, she's like, "Excuse me, I'm an accomplished adventurer and a veteran fighter." And she points a little finger at you. "In fact, I've been more places than you have, even, mister. And plus, there's more people here. There's Ranrua. And I got the girl... you know what? I've got both girls on my back. Right, girls?"
Good luck moving past the strongest of us.
Jeez. I'm just saying, things could have happened to where people could have gotten hurt or worse.
She's like, "I could have handled myself. I'm gonna shut down. I'm gonna go to bed. I've got things to do. Thank you very much. I've got a busy morning tomorrow. I gotta open the bar and everything. Thank you very much."
I think Runrua's gonna kind of do the bit in Waterboy where she looks at Ameko and just mouths the, "Want me to kill them?"
She, like, her mouth twitches into a smile for a second, and she just shakes her head. She's like, "Thank you, officer. I thank you for coming, and you're welcome back tomorrow, but it's very tired. I need to rest for the night."
Okay. Just holler if anything happens, okay?
She just pushes you out as, like, calmly as she can. Clearly being
Angels,
frazzled.
keep it out here.
Door shut.
And like once it's all clear out and I just zerg down out here, he's like, "I'm just trying to do my job."
He like walks off like hunched over back to the barracks. It's like, "But my room."
Oh, whatever.
I didn't even think about the fact that he was given a room there as well.
Yeah, he was. She just shoved him out. She leans against the door and sighs and just kind of rubs her wrist for a second, and she says, "All right, thank you. I'm going to go to bed." As she just kind of shuffles off, like embarrassed that she got kind of taken down like that. She heads to her room, and if there's nothing else, that will end the evening.
I think Ranrua would actually head out the front door because she kind of wants to blow off some steam, and when she's like that, she doesn't want anybody to see it. She would start to make her way towards the Pixie's kitten, but at a bit of a slower pace than she usually would.
Anyone else? Anything else?
The only other thing I can think of is just Uxio waking up before sunrise to do his thing and then heading to the bar.
Okay.
Assuming there's no bandits to find.
And I guess there's no one up at the barracks at the front gate, so I kind of just... I'm more comfortable in my room anyway. And freaking just shamble in and settle in.
This episode is brought to you by the Loading Crew Patreon, where $5 per month gets you access to all of our uncut streams and monthly lore packets. Do you want happiness in your life? Well, we don't sell that! Cute jellyfish plushies, now on sale at LoadingCrewCrafts.com. Use the coupon code HAPPINESS for 10% off your total order.
The night passes, you get your spells back, you are well rested, you wake up in the morning, and Uxio, do your search check or your perception, whatever it is.
I figured it'd be perception, either that or survival, but perception is where I can get the aspect bonus.
The area is relatively clear of gobos and bandits.
Gobos, bandits, potential monsters.
Alright. You wake up, Uxio, you do your patrol, nothing crazy.
When confirmed that there's nothing there, heads to the Rusty Dragon before it's open to help out Ameko where he can, even though he'll complain about her making him into waitstaff every opportunity.
Even though he volunteers. Man, hey, do you want some help? Man, God, why do you make me help?
No. It's, do you want some help? Why do you make me do this help?
You make your way back to the tavern, And
Now, here's a question.
Yes.
Did he smack her hard enough for there to be a bruise?
Well, let's find out.
Are you rolling or am I rolling perception?
You're rolling.
All right.
The door is locked, and that is unusual.
All right, he's gonna head to the back door. Or
You head to the back. All right, you head to the back.
Is it locked as well, or is he able to find a way in?
It is locked, but it's not going to be difficult for you. You just know, due to your friendship, where the spare key is. Like, you look under the welcome mat, of course. You open the back door, and you're in. The tavern is unusually quiet. Most of the guests have not awakened yet, but unlike most mornings, there is no food and nothing being prepared.
And I assume that if I go and knock on Mako's door, I either find it locked or I find it empty.
Man, it's like you can sense the plot happening. Yes, that is exactly
Yep.
what happens.
In which case, it becomes a survival situation via tracking.
Sure.
Well, that is the actual tracking.
No, I know, but it's funny. You find this on the table. You see a handwritten letter, and it is the only thing that has really been moved this morning. Amiko does not keep a clean room, but everything's kind of like in organized chaos.
And I know her system.
You do. The only thing out of place is this letter just clearly placed on the desk. And it reads, "Hello, sis. I hope this letter finds you well, with some free time in your hands because we've got something of a problem. It's to do with Father. It seems he might have something to do with Sandpoint's recent troubles with the goblins, and I don't want to bring the matter to the authorities because we both know he'd just weasel his way out of it. You got some pull here in town, though. If you can meet me at the Glassworks at midnight tonight, we might be able to figure out how he can face the punishment he deserves. Knock twice, and then 3 times more, and then once more at the delivery entrance, and I'll let you in. In any case, I don't have to impress on you the delicate nature of this request. If news got out, you know these local rubes would just assume that you and I are on the whole thing too, don't you? They've got no honor around these parts, these hicks. I still don't understand how they can stay here. Anyway, don't tell anyone about this. There are other complications as well, ones I'd rather talk to you about in person, tonight. Don't be late. Pseudo Kaijitsu."
All right. So
She's already gone and taken care of
Yep.
that.
It's already well past midnight.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 6 a.m.
This is
It's like,
this is probably going to sound worse than it really is.
Mm-hmm.
In character as well as out of character, like an attack's about to happen on Zerdan.
Mhm.
Because the way I currently see it is Uxio's gonna rush to the barracks, not head inside, and shoot an arrow with the letter through Zerdan's window, and then rush to the Glassworks.
Oh! Oh!
I like that. That's a funny idea.
Yeah, that's that's pretty good.
He knows if this is a major situation, he won't be able to do it on his own, but he's also not waiting when his friend is potentially in trouble.
Right. You rush outside and you sprint to the barracks.
I also assume that there would be enough noise that perhaps Evan and Bella could wake up if they have the right perception checks.
Let's see. If you're panicking, like one in your situation would, let's do that. Bella, do you want to give a perception check and I'll roll one for Evan?
Sure. 21.
You hear wood splinter as a door just open. And I don't know if it's in character for you to rush to the balcony to see what the that was. You see...
Yes, she's working as a bodyguard. Of course it is.
Yeah, absolutely. You run to the balcony, and you look outside, and you see Uxio full tilt sprinting down the street, heading for what must be the barracks. Bella, you are smart enough to put at least, like... Yeah, you know...
Bella knows something's up, yeah.
Mhm.
Bella's gonna grab her stuff and probably... I guess Evan doesn't wake up.
You run past his door, and he's slumped over, like a sitting, sleeping position, like Rurouni Kenshin. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bella will see that and probably be like, he could use the rest. And she'll leave him be.
Okay.
She'll head out and she'll attempt to tie the ribbon the way Amiko showed her. She can't quite do it right, but she's got it on.
Okay. What would you like to do next?
Well, if she's assuming that Uxio's headed towards the barracks, she will probably try and make her way there.
You also sprint towards the barracks. Uxio, that plan that you originally did where you fire an arrow into Zerdan's room, give me an attack roll.
He is going to temporarily shift out of Stag and into Tiger just to get that extra bit of accuracy.
Sure. You fire it and like it hits the wall, stone walls, you know, and it hits the wall, so you had to like go pick it up.
He's not gonna pick it up. He literally fired and ran.
Oh. Okay.
Like this is him rushing. Him firing it through Zerdan's window is him being in a haste and not wanting to deal with paperwork bullshit.
If you can
Burn an advantage.
Burn advantage, yeah.
Go ahead.
All
I
right.
would say the AC for the window is 15.
Oh, yes.
Into a net 20.
Lands right in Zerdan's lap.
The fact that he hit glass first, I'm assuming, is the only reason why Zerdan still has a crotch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Possibly.
Through the glass, off the stone ceiling, ricochets right into the bed between his legs.
God damn it!
I almost imagine.
There is a note wrapped around it, so you realize, oh, someone's really trying to get me.
Obviously. And I immediately look at it and... What's the note? Is it the one thing that was just
Basically-
handed?
Basically,
So you're giving him the letter from Pseudo, right?
yeah, because Uxio is not taking the time to write any clarification. It's literally just, boom, get this information there.
Okay, give me a linguistics check. It's going to be very easy. Just don't roll a 1. Not a 1.
But what? Could it be better?
It could be better. You pick it up. and
Well,
you're like,
hold up.
Yeah.
1d6.
You wake up in a shock. It's like, oh, I'm under attack. And then you see it's a letter. It's like, oh, okay.
Message
And
for you,
then-
sire.
Yes. Yes.
And then after firing the arrow, Uxio is back into Stag and rushing to Sandpoint Glassworks.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Zerdan,
So-
you've got your information, and based on... Yeah, you pretty much know what's up. Like, it's going to take you a few minutes to just, like, gather your bearings, because you were in pretty deep sleep, and this is not how you deliver information.
No, it isn't.
Typically not a good idea.
Yeah.
But you do gather your facilities, and you understand what is happening. What
Okay.
do you do?
Honestly, like, considering the information on this thing, think I'm just gonna go straight up the door. Yeah.
Since it took him a few minutes, would Bella have gotten to the barracks by then?
I think that's a good idea. Yeah. You gather your things as you then look outside and you see Bella, who is just a couple strides behind you. You've gathered all your gear.
Glassworks. We're going to the Glassworks.
Okay, I guess.
Move it.
Jeez, what the f is happening?
Apparently, something's going on with Pseudo over at the Glassworks. So, we're
Who?
taking a look.
Yeah,
Wait,
Bella wasn't told that his name, so she doesn't know who that is.
Right.
Yeah, true.
Amico's brother.
Zerdan, you step outside your room and you notice that, you start looking around, a good chunk of the guards are just gone. In a panic, you got back late last night and, you know, you went to bed and everything seemed fine, but you got up and, yeah, you're looking around. Sheriff, nowhere to be seen. And missing are the goblin prisoners.
And God damn it.
Rudin is no longer in the prison, so I don't need to worry about him. He should not have been there.
Yeah, he's on parole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you look around and you eventually, like, just see what the hell is going on. There's, like, 1 or 2 guards left that are like, oh,
The f just happened? Where is everybody?
Sheriff didn't tell you? They left for Magnamar.
No!
They left for Magnamar last night.
Why?
Handling goblin prisoners and other, like, he has other business.
Oh my God!
He said, like,
Can you not?
he looks around. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're in charge, deputy." It meant I was supposed to tell you that, wasn't I? Yep. That's my beef.
God damn it, Bob.
And you're sure it was the sheriff that took them out?
Yeah.
Ugh.
It took the goblins and everyone else. Urgent business, Magnamar. Needed to take the entire troop.
All right. And there's another guard here, right? Not just you.
There's a small handful of guards left. The standing guard at Sandpoint is about 27. They can muster a military of about 70 strong fighters.
Okay. Just want to be sure, because you know what? Just in case, on the off chance, because it's been a late night, I'm gonna want you to go over to the sheriff's house, give a knock just to be sure he's there. If not, there's some stuff I'm gonna be having to investigate now. So yeah.
You got it, Chief.
Okay, so because that's very odd, considering I was just telling the people about how this could possibly be a break in the case.
Yeah. They leave. They leave.
Yes.
And you walk outside with Bob. Bob tips his hat to you and then walks off to the other direction.
God damn. Let's go.
Bella,
Alright.
you have caught your breath. You are no longer fatigued from sprinting.
Mhm.
We have two other characters who are waking up this morning. Hecht, what is your morning routine? Why are you walking in the street? Just curious.
Heck, after saying goodbye to the father in the morning, was planning on going back to the bar to be with the rest of the angels and see if anything was happening.
Okay.
And where's Renrua at?
What is Ranrua doing?
Or who?
well, let's.
You wake up, Ranrua.
Yes.
You know what? Give me a performance check if you would like. There's always
Sure.
customers at the Pixie's Kitten.
And you
Yes.
got a +1 from that item from Evan.
Yep, brand new
Yes.
item.
That has been added. It is a 14.
You earn 14 gold from your knights.
Nice.
You blew off some steam, and possibly this guy's back out. You've got your gold. What do you do in the morning?
She's still like kind of holding the grudge a little bit, but she can at least keep her composure about it. So she would have left. Would she have noticed Uxio leaving the tavern?
I don't think she would notice Uxio leaving the tavern. I imagine she would, like, because I want to get, like, all of you together. I think Ranrua would leave, head towards, you know, she gets, like, she has her girls' morning with
Yeah.
Amiko relatively often. She'd probably head there to get her free breakfast.
Yeah, like going to the inn would be a regular thing.
Mhm.
She would definitely
So-
see the door broken from the inside.
Yep.
Morning,
Hecht,
Renrua.
Morning.
I'm guessing
door
you're
seemed
coming
to be
back
like the
from
door-
your escapades.
I needed to work. Seems the door is broken. I don't think it was from the outside.
Well, perhaps we and you should investigate.
You guys walk into the bar. You can see some chairs overturned, some stuff happening, and Evan walking down the stairs, like rubbing his eyes, and go, "Did you guys break down the door?"
No, we just saw it that way.
A person of the cloth would never break down the door.
He's like, "You know what? I'm too early to fight it. Sounds good, man."
Did you happen to hear anything this morning?
No, it's been perfectly quiet. Why?
She looks back at the door.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Where is your companion?
What? Other girls? Nobody. I'm not. I swear. Like.
Your fellow bodyguard.
Oh! He slaps his head. Bella, that's right. She got her own room. And then he pauses and thinks for a moment. She got her own room. That.
Not the point at the moment.
Right. You're right. Yeah. Of course. Excuse me. Oh my God, my hair.
Can
Is
you
so
go
bad.
check and see if she's there?
Yeah, no problem. It's anything for you. He walks upstairs. Bella's door, I'm going to assume, is unlocked. He looks inside, comes back. Yeah, her stuff's gone. Do you think she broke down Amiko's door? Even after getting a free room.
I don't.
I don't think
This
so.
boy is dump stat is
Not-
int, clearly.
Not likely.
Well, I guess I should probably head to the sheriff's office to report a break-in.
Oh, man, you know what? I should probably help. Yeah, I should probably help a little bit. Yeah. Let me grab my sword. I'll be weird with you girls. He stumbles up the stairs, like bumps into the railings and makes it back to his room.
There was something odd about that man.
There's always something strange about everyone.
Would you like to come with me to the office to make a report?
No, given how LoadingCrew was acting, I'm going to the glassworks.
I'll meet you there then. Who knows what's going on and... Well, we'll see what happens. Come along, Ethan.
It's Evan, but you probably forgot. It's cool. It's cool. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to say it will take several rounds for each character to cascade their way into this.